Okay, so here's the example. So, the distance of point A to point B is 8 kilometers. So in this example, a boy which traveled covered half of the distance of A to B, which is 4 kilometers, and he traveled with the speed of 2 kilometers per hour. Then that boy traveled from this point, which is the half of this 8 kilometers, the half of 8 kilometers. That boy traveled from here to point B. Okay, so half of 8 kilometers to point B. Now with the speed of 4 kilometers per hour. And since 8 divided by 2 is 4, and since 8 and was just divided by 2, so 4 here, which means the distance that he covered up is also 4 kilometers. So now, let's go on to how to get the average speed. So, there is a specific formula for getting the average speed of a specific problem. So, this is how you will solve the whole problem. So, the formula for getting the average speed would be, but to solve that, there is a specific formula you need to do, or a specific step you need to do in order to solve these types of problems. So, the formula you're going to be using is the total distance over the total time. But eventually, the problem did not give us yet the total time. Okay, so in order to get your average speed, what you're going to be doing is, so there, as we know, total distance would be 4 plus 4, so 4 kilometers plus 4 kilometers will be equal to 8 kilometers. So now, what is the total time? Since the total time was not mentioned in the problem, we will know how to get the total time. So the formula for getting the total time would be distance over speed. So you will divide these factors. So again, the formula, distance over speed. So 4 kilometers is the distance of point A to half of 8 kilometers. And the boy traveled with a speed of 2 kilometers per hour. So there you have it. So 4 kilometers, again, from half of 8 kilometers to point B, which was 4 kilometers, and he had the speed of 4 kilometers per hour. So how will we know it? So what you need to do here, add both of these factors. 4 plus 4 will be 8. So our numerator here will be 8. And then 2 plus 4, which is our speed, will be 2 plus 1 equals 3, which we have the answer for the speed, okay? I mean the time, okay? The time it took him. So we have here 3 hours. So how will we get the average speed now? So basically, 8 over 3, or 8 divided by 3, will be equal to 2.66 kilometers per hour, which is our average speed for this problem. Average velocity. Okay, so let's make an example problem. So, there was a Arabian guy, okay, named Masashi. Okay, remember his name, okay? Masashi is like a really good guy. Okay, I met him like 2 years ago. So, Masashi was able to go to 5 kilometers north. Okay, so we need to underline these factors. So 5 kilometers north. In the time, it took him 1 hour to reach 5 kilometers north. The question is, what would be the average velocity. Okay, so 1 hour in his car. Okay, because it's like unbelievable if you walk. But average velocity. What is the average velocity of Masashi? So, in case you're wondering, so if it's just 5 kilometers, 5 kilometers is actually, I think I wrote it down here. So I wrote it down like a few seconds ago. So let's find it. Okay, so here it is. So okay, so don't mind that. So the distance in the problem, so 5 kilometers, 5 kilometers will be a scalar quantity. But if you also give the direction, you will be needing to find, or you will be given the displacement, which is a vector quantity. And which means, okay, in this problem, he was displaced, or Masashi was displaced 5 kilometers to the north. Okay, so the next topic is about acceleration. So how will we know if there is no acceleration in a specific problem? There will be no acceleration in this. So let's say there's a car, it is just going 200 miles per hour. This means that this is just constant. Constant means it stays the same, so it's not increasing or decreasing. While acceleration, that means, for example, the car goes 100 to 200 miles per hour in, let's say, 4 seconds. Okay, 4 seconds. So there you have it. So that is what you call acceleration. Acceleration is the increasing of the speed of a specific. Okay, so this is how you get the acceleration. So let's say there was a sports car, a Koenigsegg. So the car went 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds. So this is how you will get it. So delta x means change in velocity. So v stands for velocity and t stands for time, so change in time. So what is our time? So our time is 3, and our change in velocity, okay, because acceleration is change in velocity, so our change in velocity is 0 to 60, but we're gonna write it in a subtraction form. So 60 minus 0 miles per hour. So you get 60. So what happens here is you're going to divide 60 by 3. So 60 divided by 3 is equal to 20. Equals your acceleration is 20 miles per hour. Or in shorter terms, the car goes 20 miles per hour. Okay, so let's write here. In shorter terms, it goes 20 miles per hour per second. So that is the acceleration. Okay, so here's a simple graph that we are going to be solving today. So it says here a car speed is 2. This is interpretation, okay? So a car speed is going negative 2 miles per second, or miles per hour. Then it changes to 2 miles per hour in 6 seconds. Then you have a constant speed for 2 seconds, which is this. So 1, 2. Okay, so there's the constant speed. Constant speed means your speed is not changing, or you're not accelerating. So how do we compute for the speed and everything else? So first thing you need to do is you need to get the shape. So let's just draw the shape. So 6, and then there's a rectangle. Okay, the easiest way is to get the area. So get the area of triangle and rectangle. So how do we get it? So 5 times 3 is equal to 15 miles per second squared. How did we get 5? So 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. but it's actually 5 since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 since it started here. But if you count it like that, like that, like that, like that, it will be 4, but it's actually 5. So how did we get 3? So 3 is this, 3 is this, okay, 3. So 3 is the length, okay, so there you have it, 1, 2, 3. So 5 times 3 is equal to 15 miles per second. 2 times 2 is equal to 4 miles per second squared. So how did we get 2 and 2? So for this, it is 2 seconds, and also it is 2 seconds over here. So there we have it, 2 times 2 is equal to 4 miles per second squared.